Hello, I'm Alexander, one of the developers working on this really unique and massive project, combining our best skills in studying, level design, 3D modeling and scripting. Today we will discover everything new in the long-awaited update of December. Let's start with the most iconic addition that you all were waiting for, the Mingle minigame. This game, like the other, can be managed in the control room. The buttons are simple. One for starting the game, and if it started, going to the next step, and a second button to stop the game. Easy, right? Here are the different steps. When you start, players are on the main platform. On the second step, players have to find a room in the panic mode. Third step is when the doors lock, letting the guards eliminating the players who failed. After a while, the doors unlock and the players have to go back on the rotating platform for a new round. Each step can be advanced by pressing again the button, or after a while to avoid too long times. We are also working on an original second variant of the Mingle minigame, being easier and more compatible for a low number of players, mixing memory, analysis and reaction. A full new game designed by your team, which I'm sure you will enjoy and have a lot of fun with. The second big addition of this update is the now include working red light green light minigame, offering 3 different modes to play like you want. From the control room again, you can select the mode you want and start the game. The modes are as follow. Kill. Pretty simple, the game automatically kills players who moved. Ideal for playing with low number of people, like a group of friends. Second is teleport. As the name suggests, players are teleported back to the start when they fail. Perfect for training, no frustration. And the third is mark. This has been studied and designed for all players who wants to have real people eliminated the players. In this mod, people are marked with red outlines, letting the guards doing their job on the correct player. And to bring modularity for every player even further, this new console command was added to set the wanted time to actually detect players' movements after a red light, by default half a second. The final game ground pattern was also added in this update, toggleable from the control room. Talking about the iconic control room, as more buttons to control the facility were added, we made levels to easily recognize buttons. A special discrete button is now available on the back panel of the Squid-Game arcade machine to permanently remove any rush protection if the player doesn't want to follow the game steps. The Squid-Game were also highly reworked, now fully completed with each working pillar. This update also brought new other places, like a new cave with a dock leading to the future restaurant faithful to the show, and an underwater cave to dive to the outside. Players are even free to use their own drivable boat expansion to explore the ocean. By letting an invisible button on those power pipes, players can toggle the static boat of the maps, giving space for their own boats. Many new utility corridors have been also added, connecting the new locations or facilitating the gameplay. You will now be able to progress deeper in the underground by going into the changing room or trying to escape to the elevator leading to the surface. The project now supports third-party add-ons like the famous doll statue in the red light green light arena. Since we cannot add it to our own project, players can now subscribe to the specified expansion and have their game faithful to the show. If you are already subscribed to our item, don't forget to check the required third-party item that you will need to have to avoid any error. These items are not designed by the studios, they are the work of the community user. Thanks their job. Going now on the technical side, due to the massiveness of this level and the feedbacks we had, we also added a Z-clipping to the map, helping to prevent crashes and performance impact when no clipping. With the last month, we received many useful feedbacks from our community about issues or suggestions on which we work on for this update, bringing really many fixes or improvements. Here are a few of them. The coffin model is now fixed, no more Z fighting or polygon distortion. The control room elevator is no longer stuck at the wrong floor when called. Objects and players no longer pass through the floor of the diving cave. Better staying away from the backrooms, right? The X and O ground symbols in the lobby are now in the correct side. No more fence clipping through the wall of the tower of the Squid-Game. The slide in the sugar honeycombs now have collisions. Incinerators got better collisions, easier to go inside or put object in, with new lighting and sounds. The wooden colored doors making no sound when turning the door handle is no longer present. Perfect squeaky noise. Did someone lose the hole for the hinges? Many misaligned or floating probes were repositioned, and much more to discover by yourself. Back on the new content, an highly requested feature since the release of our project, the compatibility with NPC made its appearance in this update. Nextbot NPC, which use navigation meshes, can now be used on our map. The other AI system with Node for older NPCs is currently in construction and should be added to the next content update. We need to ensure that NPC will be able to follow our order as expected, and this level have many complex or specific geometry that need to be tested and analyzed. As you can imagine, this is a long and tough job. Soldiers' rooms can now be visited with a high level of fidelity. We tried a different approach for making assets for this project to maintain quality, details, and most importantly, performance and optimization. We don't forget all the other existing places and features that will either be improved or extended in the features update. This level have really many things to offer, place to discover or games or scenario to be played, but we want to push the engine to its maximum capabilities while staying stable and optimized to make the highest quality and functioning map for this game. As you might expect for a major update, really many more elements have been added to this update, as well as many more fixes and improvements. You can see the detailed changelog on the link in the description or on the Steam Workshop page as usual. We would particularly like to thank all of you for your support. We all really appreciate the feedbacks we globally had for this project. As passionate creators, this is extremely helpful and motivating. If you like our work, please support us by sharing our content, leave a like and reward our hard work. As you can see, we pay very special attention to details, making unique assets like 3D models, textures, sounds and more for all of our projects to make incredibly faithful and high quality atmospheres and environments. And of course, let us know your questions or suggestions for the future updates. Don't forget to take a look to our other projects. Have a wonderful holiday season, a Merry Christmas, and see you later.